Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike coming at you with the weekly news in review for June 14th, 2026. And of course, we have Transformers news. We have Transformers soundtracks getting remastered and all kinds of fun stuff going on in the Transformers universe. And we've got SDCC around the corner. So a lot of things are going to be coming up for the SDCC. We'll be talking about that. We got some Joe. Okay, so there's no news. It's just the stuff we talked about now can get pre-ordered. Here's a little bit more color, picture, digital renders of what we already talked about, but we'll get into that. I did order the Vamp 2. I did re-up my premium because I have a plan on a few things. If you order at least 7 orders a year, then it's worth the $50. It's just all there is to it. Anyway, Ramen Toys got some really cool stuff, and I'm in for these 3 guys, well, and the 1 gal. Then there's some Super 7 stuff that's pretty super. So you got the next wave of the Monsters, Universal Monsters O-Ring collection. Also, hey, there's something different in here, but it's everything old is new again, right? We've seen this before. The 4th character, and then we've got some news about the pre-order of what they call the biggest hitters. I don't exactly think these are the biggest hitters. They're good, but they're not the biggest hitters. But out of all these, I like Gator the most. Coming July 7th. Talk a little bit about that. And then we've got Star Wars news. Well, I mean, the rumors are more interesting than the real news, to be honest. Coming up. We've got the New Age H37EX Wraith Wild Rider and 39EX Death Race drag strip set of 2 coming from New Age. And so I like that they're putting them out in 2-packs. So I thought they were going to be individually putting them out, and being very expensive, so it's a lot better. And that's cool. Then we've got them repainted into the G2 versions, which is fine, so you can do that. And I do like that about New Age. Wow, come to think of it, maybe I should dip in on these in the G2 version realm. That might work. That might work. Okay, anyway, $1 down for all those individual, each one of the 2-packs, and no idea on the exact price when it comes in. Okay, we've got Mecha Invasion Devastator set of 6 transparent in this version here, $2 down, and I believe it'll be pretty affordable. I guess I should look up what the other Mecha Invasion prices were for the sets, but here is a nice little 3-pack for you to look at. Okay, it's not a 3-pack, it's a picture of all 3. Sorry, it's a 6-pack to make one, the clear one now, and the other 2, I think, were sold in 6-packs also. The yellow set of 6 was $249, so if that helps. And then I don't have the combined height. Here they're closer to Chug, but they look cool. I mean, I might pick them up just because they're clear, but I don't know. $249, that's not a bad price. All right, so Aldi Chapter 4 set of 6 in their AAE version chapter, and you're gonna get these figures in here. So looks like we're gonna get Shockwave, Thundercracker, either Ultra Magnus. Now I'm wondering, so one thing I don't know is, are we gonna get like Ultra Magnus or Delta Magnus? Are we gonna get Shockwave or Shockwave, the recolored Shockwave? But so that might be kind of like which one's gonna be the Chase variant. And then of course we get the Ironhide, and it's kind of another Ultra Magnus. Anyway, $64 to get 6 figures, not bad, and they're all great. All the ones I've handled in the last 3 waves are great. And remember, THN Sports Review, if you want to help the channel out, now for X-Transbots Toys MX68T Cone Chrome Youth version. Here's the thing, this one looks closer to what they said was the Japanese in the render, color-wise. The Japanese one is very, very blue. So this one, it still looks good. This one is supposedly the toy coloration. Now, I think it looks pretty good. The color is fine. It does match, sort of, close to the toy that I have. So I'll be having a look at this when it comes in. I'm going to have both come in before I do the review. Looks pretty good. One thing, Dare2727 did a video quickly talking about the things he likes, doesn't like about it. And to my surprise, he said it's one of the better transformations that he's transformed according to Masterpiece scale. In the Masterpiece scale, it's one of the best transformations he's handled, and so that's good news. That's pretty good news that it seems to be a relatively simplistic transformation, and simplistic means less chance of breaking it, I hope. For comparison, here's a great picture of Slug Slinger. This is the Japanese version. I kind of like this coloration better, which is why I'm getting both. The side which I like better, but I do understand the toy version, toy colors, toy coloration. I don't really remember seeing him a whole lot in the season 4 when he would have shown up, but so that's why the coloration is one of those things. But I think I will, at the end of the day, like the Japanese version better than the youth version. But yeah, it'll be kind of fun. Now, as if I didn't already discuss this on Friday, well, I did, and did a community post. I made a mistake. Just quickly read the first line about this, gathered some pictures, and went about my business thinking they're moving in the right direction to get this out. But M.A.S.K Toys evidently is putting everything on hold, except Seekers. And this is not going to get made anytime soon. Now, the design exists. A lot of money was put into it, so I don't see why someone doesn't come along and put it out. Why not Yes Model come along and put it out? I don't know. Yes Model should do it, but it is what it is. And I did make a mistake. I made a retraction, and I'll own up to it. And by the way, I also want to thank everybody that pointed it out to me. That was like, "Hey, man, it's not really what's going on there." It's helpful because I do cover as many toy lines as possible, and I missed this. Even though this was, honestly, I was most excited about this out of everything last week. Now I'm sad. All right, so evidently there's going to be a 3.0 of DX9 Sideswipe. Now, I had discussed in there, I would have liked to have picked up the 2.0 instead of the 1.0, but I am happy with the 1.0. I think it does a good job. And now there's the 3.0, so I'm like glad I skipped the 2.0 because let's fix it all in the I'm just kidding. Seriously, there are not enough differences to make it worthwhile or warrant a swap out. But the first one is fine. It's a decent figure. But they make some small refinements here and there. Maybe the third one's the best. Just depends on how you look at things, how you interpret this stuff. So I really feel like most of the improvements will be seen and appreciated most in the alt mode. But that's just my belief. You look at the what would be the back of the car, the back of the legs, and how you have black paint hits there that weren't there on my copy, but it is what it is. You sort of get to see some of this in this next picture, and there it is. 1.0 versus 3.0. And truthfully, I don't think there was enough differences between 1.0 and 2.0 in alt mode. So we're getting it. Now here's the rear angle. Check it out from behind. And it definitely does a lot more. Now, I've got to admit, though, with TFCon, it's a TFCon coming in July. We're in that very little news creeping out time frame for Masterpiece. It just is what it is. They want to hold on to a few things for TFCon, and then it's silly. They're gonna put it back out. Like they'll release these TFCon secrets the week leading up to TFCon. It's so weird. Anyway, so with that, we have got this right here. It's another picture, another comparison of the Japanese version of the X-Transbots. The column cone chrome. We're just calling this one Slug Slinger. Anyway, it's a good sized bot. I've got the misfire already. I've seen them side by side. They look good. So Yellow Park's showing off their A.M.K. and let me reiterate, A.M.K. not Pro, so 35 I think, maybe even 39 nowadays, but not 60-ish like the Pros are. for the Beast Wars, and I'm starting to wonder now. Now I'm really wanting to know, now that I see in-hand images, how big it is versus the Masterpiece. I think it's almost, if not exactly the same size as the Masterpiece. Would work in a Masterpiece display. I don't believe, though, the next one we look at is going to work in a Masterpiece display, which is Meg's. And I'm starting to wonder about this guy, but some of the poses they put him in, maybe I can make him pose a little better. I don't know, but yeah, it's an interesting looking figure. I'm not sure they hit the mark on it. I am still going to probably pick it up because there's very little Beast Wars stuff coming out, and really, it's just kind of fun. All right, so the Legends news is already the Legends news, and it is what it is. Covered it in Show Z segment, so that makes it easy, right? Now we're getting into some of the Hasbro stuff, and with this one here, it is the Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class Power Links Red Alert and 8 Mini-Cons pack. I believe it is $80 if you're interested in this, if you want to pick this up. I'm not a big fan of Armada myself and the whole Mini-Con idea, but I am glad they make this stuff for all of those out there. I mean, is this from Armada? I assume it is. So that's where the Mini-Cons came in. Anyway, I'm glad they're making it. People are excited for this. There are people excited for this, and I'm happy for you. Okay, some stuff was shown off at the live stream, and then there's some SDCC exclusives, and I just kind of ordered it the way it came in here. So let's start talking about the Gem and the Holograms. Now, I was hoping that there was some sort of a mistake in it, and that the Gem and the Holograms was going to be a G.I. Joe classified set, which I thought would be great, and that could still get done. But this is Gem and the Holograms crossover with using the blaster, which is actually not a bad idea, and I think they pulled it off well, and it looks fun, it looks cool, it looks great, but I would rather deflect my resources to actual Gem and the Hologram figures, because I don't have any in my collection, but this is still kind of fun, so if you're interested in it, you want to pick it up, SDCC. This might be hard to get, though. It actually might be a challenge to get. I'm just pointing that out. If you want it, jump on it, is what I'm saying. Again, why I've got that, I'm signed up because there's several of the SDCC things I need to get and be the exact second to get it. So, is what it is. Let's see here. Next, we've got, let's just get into this one. Okay, Fangry, June 9th, pre-order. So these are all the pre-orders coming up. So all the same stuff. So the stuff that I was like, hey, this is probably going to be part of the live stream, was part of the live stream. So, no joke. Then again, I didn't really see it anywhere else other than where I found it. So, it's Fangry. No longer have to buy the 4-pack. Now you get them separate, which is good. They should have done it originally like that. And then Blanker. So I'm hearing Blanker. There's a lot of different explanations, but in some lore, Japanese lore, he's Blanker instead of I was going to call him Contact Shot, but Point Blank. That's my understanding of the change. I don't think there's much different with the figure. I don't believe, but it's still interesting. Another chance to get a figure, basically. And then this one here is the Joyride. Now, we saw it in the box before. Now we get to see all of the alt mode. And I mean, this is basically a recolor, right? And it still looks pretty cool. It's fun. All the crazy 90s, neon 90s. Neon 90s is always fun. And then something I didn't have a picture of last week, I don't believe. I don't remember Swindle. I don't remember having the Swindle, because I think Swindle is a big deal. I mean, getting to finish up that set's a big deal, and I know collectors are looking forward to that. And I think the modern day combiners are better than what they did in Combiner Wars. I thought Combiner Wars was the best thing that's happened in a long time when it came out, but now this is definitely one-upping the Combiner Wars, so that's pretty cool. Pretty good work that they're doing. And then we get into Vector Prime, which I'm hearing is just a repaint. So I thought there was some difference in molding, retooling, but people are telling me it's just a straight repaint. So I'll believe them. Believe them on that. Speaking of repaints, this is the Mega Zarak. So if you're into this one, go for it. It's just another recolor, repaint, which some crazy different colors. You probably never get this made again. So that's something for it. And then this one here, which I don't have a whole lot of information on, but this Ultra Magnus June 9th at 1 p.m. 40% off for 40 days, Pulse exclusive. So check it out if you're interested in all of that. Now, getting into this one here, which is going to be an SDC exclusive, and this one's a cereal box set with an Optimus Prime, a Jazz, but it's a little underwhelming in my opinion because they made the Optimus Prime like a small Optimus Prime. It's like the deluxe version, and then the Jazz is just like super tiny. Well, short, what do you want to call them? The alt modes look great, and just the set, like step back, look at the set. Okay, it looks pretty cool. Then they get the bot mode, and they really don't even fit Chug scale. They do not match Chug scale, which I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the point on it. It kind of surprises me a little bit. Here is Optimus with his trailer, more than BCI, which is what the packaging looked like back in the day, which is kind of fun. That's kind of fun. Then here you get to see them with the trailer again. Another shot of them, and yeah, I'm wondering if they just wanted to, like, we need to use a mold so many times, but that Jazz looks like it's a all new tooling. Will that Jazz show up again somewhere? I don't know. Then we've got Optimus Prime on the cereal box. Yeah, it's going to have cereal box. So we've got the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe, Cybertronic, and Cybertread. And the original Siege figures, Siege era figures they were based upon, as of course I did allude to last week, but they're like remolds, but clear. They're not all clear though. So the thighs are solid, the bicep area is solid on one of them. So there's some solid pieces to them. It's not 100% clear. Still, it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. And another nice way to just get reuse out of a mold that collectors will probably like. So I'm okay with it. But these redecos of Six Gun and Slammer were recently found at Singapore retail, meaning, you know, they should be here eventually, right? Hobby's putting out these Chogokin former new characters. And there's a Convoy and Megatron unpainted. There's Soundwave and Sunstreaker unpainted. Bumblebee and Megatron, Convoy and Ironhide. And I'm guessing they come with these stands. Hobby's also offering some cool acrylic backgrounds to display some of these. So, well, maybe you have to buy the background separate. I don't know. I was thinking it was included, but wrong. So you can get either this for the good guys if you want it, or you can get it for the bad guys. And eHobby CO Japan, I haven't ordered from them before. All right, so BotBot Series 6 Ruckus Rally blind bags are out in Canadian retail. This wave was the final BotBots wave released in 2022. Prior to the premiere of the BotBots Netflix cartoon, physical distribution was very limited, and now the blind bags have started to show up at Dollarama stores in Canada, and each pack is $2. Okay, so I guess a blind box for $2 isn't a big deal. If you're making bigger purchases and it's blind box, it would be very frustrating. Pretty sure this wasn't known before, so apologies if it is, but Siege Jetfire is being reissued again and again and again. Okay. So, just in from TFW's Noon, this is the same one they originally put out, my understanding, and it's the same one that I got at Walmart on clearance for $44. And, like, we're talking either 2 weeks or 2 months after they started showing up. I'm not exactly sure. But it felt like right away. Like, what? How are these already $44? So, now it won't cost you that. It'll cost you probably $110. Is that the going commander class rate? 100, 110, something like that. Used to be 80. It just keeps creeping up and up. Which is odd, because if it's just a reissue, they don't have to pay anything for tooling. Why has it got to be that high? Because it's in that class, and it's getting released in that class, It already has a billing structure to the retailer and everything, and greed and money and all that. There's a rumor that someone by the name of Jason Fuchs was going to write a script for Transformers the movie. It's still kind of rumor territory, but yeah, Transformers G.I. Joe crossover. Welcome to Derry would work on a Rise of the Beast direct sequel. It's good to remark that this movie would be unrelated to the G.I. Joe crossover. So, would they really do that? Would they do a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover and continue with Rise of the Beast at the same time? That seems unlikely. And there's Hasbro writing Phoenix Music bringing the Transformers movie 4th anniversary concert to Comic-Con. But I want to point out that the soundtrack, you can watch it right now on YouTube. You can watch the videos, or yes, basically videos put together to go to the songs that are reimagined versions of the original 1986 movie soundtrack. And they're not bad. They really aren't. But Hasbro and reigning Phoenix Music, they turn up the volume at San Diego Comic-Con with the Transformers movie 40th anniversary celebration of live concert. So that'd probably be a fun concert, but you can also just get the album yourself and enjoy the music, or you can just watch it on the YouTubes. Well, I think you got to go to the reigning Phoenix YouTube channel. General admission to the concert is $50, and VIP packs are $100. Exclusive merch will be available all day. The day of. This is in California. Show at 8 p.m. Alright, so what else is going on at San Diego Comic-Con that we're going to have to look forward to? Get to look forward to. And this is the real Ghostbusters, Kenner, which now is Hasbro. It's been eaten alive by Hasbro, to death by Hasbro. But the Tully, he's not going to get a card back. So all of the other Ecto-Glows, the glow-in-the-dark ones, had the card backs. He's not going to get a card back. He's going to be packaged with this little helicopter car, which I understand from a bean counting standpoint why they did it. Someone out there really needs to make a card back and a blister bubble to put him in, because it's kind of silly, isn't it, that he's not going to get his card back. So you can have 4 figures that are carded and not him. So you can't be Ecto-Glow Elite by getting the reissues, which I thought I was going to be able to do that. But anyway, it does bother me. It is a problem. So what else going on for G.I. Joe? Not a lot. This G.I. Joe June was, week 2 was nothing. Really, they showed more of the same pictures with Action Man, or better pictures. Of course, they had everything in hand, I guess. Some of the stuff in hand to look at, check it out. But Action Man. Then the Howl's up for pre-order, $80. You can still get the first one that they had on the M.A.S.K. That's still available a year later on Pulse, which makes me wonder, will that one from last year, will they eventually go on sale? Are people holding out for a Pulse sale? Then we've got this, of course, up for pre-order. It's going to be $109. A lot of people are excited about the price, which actually their ability to just jack up the price $30 extra just for fun it's kind of insane. But this is only a $10 increase over what we got with the first Vamp, so Mark II. And I just feel like this has more to it, but maybe I'm wrong. Now, with this Cobra Commander, the one with the throne, I think he's available everywhere now. It feels like. I think Entertainment Earth's got him. Sauna had it, Entertainment Earth. BBTS got it back in stock. It's back up on Pulse. So, yeah, this is going to be really easy to get. Okay, so all those are Pulse exclusives except for Cobra Commander so far. This is kind of the Arctic, what do they even call him? The Arctic Rescue guy. Anyhow, they went out of the way to recolor them to kind of an orange color, and although it reuses a lot, if not all, of the parts that came with Snow Job, I feel like we're getting a Snow Job pretty soon in this line. Hopefully retro colored, hopefully retro priced. That would be work. That would work. I mean, you won't need the stretcher or anything like that. Is that Doc Stretcher? It looks like Doc Stretcher. Anyway, yeah, I can see Snow Job coming soon, and this is cool if you're into it. So we got the official announcement. I think we were slighted a bit. They were trying to misdirect us by swapping out the Cobra Viper Gunner with Cobra Commander in the Night Force one. Ninja Force. Okay, so Lady J, Deep Six, Zartan are officially going to be part of this next wave, but the Viper Gunner, wasn't he part of the Mothership? Or, like, during the Mothership campaign, they already have him tooled and ready to go, don't they? Or they have him at least designed. Anyway, he's going to be part of the next one. It makes sense, but I would have gone full Viper. Full Viper, not Viper Gunner. So they're going to play games and we get 3 different versions of Viper, probably 5, 10. We're going to get them in, when we get the official Viper, then we're probably going to get both versions of Viper in Python Patrol and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, this is now the official next wave. And here we go with the Frankenstein's Bride of Frankenstein, and the Mummy. So, leaving out, I guess, is it Phantom of the Opera? Is that who the other one that Rimco made was? But I imagine that this line's not going to stop here. It's going to continue growing. And I've heard a lot of people this past week feel like Super 7's radio silent. I've heard people talking about they closed both the stores in California. I didn't know that. I don't live in California. But yeah, I'm hearing a lot of stuff about Super 7. On one hand, everything I hear, it's like, well, you got to cut costs and streamline to stay alive. On the other hand, I believe Mad Hatter when he joked every single day he could wake up and just find out today's the day Super 7 closed down. So I mean, I don't want to see Super 7 go anywhere, but there really isn't a whole lot coming out, and these are relatively low cost items versus some of the other items that they make. So it's like a playing it safe kind of bet. But I'm in on them. I'm in on one of each of all these. Let's change directions just a little bit here. And Hellraiser, Scream, great figures by Sugar Tree Studios. So they are 8-inch scale, and you get a Pinhead, you get female Cenobite, Butterball, Shatterer. Now, I've never watched Hellraiser, but I'm very familiar with it. I'm familiar with the Pinhead character, just seeing his picture a lot. And these look really good. I am looking forward to, I think Trick or Treat Studio has a Chuck Norris coming, and some RoboCop stuff I'm looking forward to. And this. No, I'm not getting Hellraiser. I'm just saying they have it going on. Okay, so we've got this Fortnite crossover, and so there's a couple of things here. So these turtles, which I did not see this last week because it wasn't really there yet last week. We had sort of teasers of Shredder. But I think that these turtles actually look pretty good. And NECA trying to milk that license as much as they can. We don't know what's going to happen next year. And then we've got the Shredder, which pre-orders open if you're interested in this stuff to get it. It's cool looking Shredder too. It's just I'm more of a Toon guy. This is not Toon. It's not Toon enough. Do you know what's Toon enough for me? Is M.A.S.K. Now there's a lot more stuff to this that I'm gonna have to kind of switch browsers and stuff to get to, but it looks pretty much like the original with a little bit of upgrades. A lot of question: will they have any issues like the first round did? I kind of feel like they're all simplistic in a way. So they're playing it easy, playing it simple. They're coming July 7th. If you're into this, get your orders in. So still only a BBTS that I know of. So they're not branching out. I don't know. And BBTS is still supporting it even after whatever just happened with the first wave. But I mean, I understand that too, because it's the exclusivity. I'm not sure I said this or not, but this is the Loyal Subjects making this mask line. So they'll be at San Diego Comic-Con, and there's going to be a Comic-Con exclusive, which will be this Condor, and we're going to have another one too, but this one is supposed to be translucent. Condor with Brad Turner. The figure is constant. Both are part of the hologram series, and Condor has a glow-in-the-dark feature, which is nice. Then we've got a Thunderhawk, which, I mean, we kind of already knew about Thunderhawk, but that one should be there too. I'd be interested in getting these. If it's not too many hoops to jump through, I would be interested in picking these up. I would love it if these could show up on BBTS, make it easy on us. I have never ordered from their site, so I don't know how that would go. I pass on a lot of things they make because I don't want to order on their site. So it is what it is, what it is, what it is. But there you go. And SDCC exclusives for the Loyal Subjects mask. Ramen Toys is going to be at SDCC, and he's going to have this Last Centurion Ramen Toy, the 200 limited to 200 units, and it looks interesting. Not sure if I'll be able to get my hands on it, but it's what started it all, 80s Commanders, and it looks to be, I don't know, I mean, there might be more to it than I know, but that's where that one is at. So that one will be available at Joe Fest. This is Joe Fest also. This is the Stealth Mobula, and unedited raw photos of actual product. And it looks good. It's a good looking vehicle. It looks, well, not this coloration, but the design looks more like the cartoon than what Kidder did back in the day. So kind of an is what it is situation. But this one will be there at Joe Fest, and then probably be square on their site afterwards. I mean, the last Joe Fest of the Shark is still available on Ramen Toys website. All right, so we've got some vans they're going to have available coming soon. So we've got a kind of a shell of a van. Let's put it that way. We're going to talk cryptically for a second. It looks pretty cool. Can it pass for an actual turtle van? Well, it's not copying it, really. It's just copying the color scheme. So if that doesn't pass, this definitely will pass as a Channel 6 van, and probably better than other Channel 6 fans are out there. It looks pretty good. Then we got I think this was going to be a Joe Fest, a green one. Got a green one that'll probably be a Joe Fest available. Now I think a lot of the stuff's going to be, if it's not for sale, it's going to be showing prototypes or test shots. So that's going to be fun. Also, this right here, it's one of their tanks, and they've got it in two different colors. Pretty much, I think it's the same one. So you got like the Desert Storm kind of one here, and then you've got the green camo. So they do look like they have different configurations with it's like some similar parts, some different configuration. Of course, we're using more or less the same base, my understanding. I don't have one of these, so my knowledge base is a bit limited on it. And Tex Hex, which looks exciting. They got their own version of Carrier they made, which is great. It looks like it's going to be getting a few pieces of that and some shiny gold weapons, accessories. It's not just going to have a standard vest like Mattel did back in the day. This is going to actually have like a full-on jacket and some stuff to hold some pistols, some cool stuff. Looks pretty good. And then it's like 15 days left to get the early bird price on the Knight Rider kit, 1/12 kit with a Hasselhoff figure, $300, $299.99 plus. I think it's gonna be like 50 shipping, and you pay for it, and it'll come when it comes, and that's I think how it's gonna work. And that's probably the best way to do it, in my opinion. Just get it out of the way, get paid for, get it out of the way. And they're also gonna be making an upgraded version of the Tiger Orange, or generally, let's just call it generally. It is what it is. Generally, not General Lee. General Lee, an orange car, a general orange car. Yeah, there we go. But then we're gonna get Bo Luke and Daisy Duke, and she's wearing some Daisy Dukes there. So it looks pretty good. Looks like they've done a good job with these renders so far, and you know, it's one of those things when I look at what Ramen Toy does, and I'm like, when will we ever get this again? Like, I don't know. Like, what company would make figures that look this close to the show again, and also have the cojones to do it right? Well, we haven't seen Daisy from behind, but I'm sure she's done right. The new InArt T800 endoskeleton 1/6 scale, $589.99, $118 non-refundable deposit put down on this bad boy if you want a 12-inch Terminator Ayu Saracana, just so you can crush it in hydraulic press. But anyhow, it is 13.58 inches tall. I don't believe in ghosts, but that music came out of nowhere. Okay, so this is Mall Wave hitting Walmart. We got to talk about some Star Wars before I shut it off here. And yeah, so Black Series Mall Wave showing up. If you're interested in this stuff at the Walmart, then check it out. Check it out. And then there's something that they're calling the Legendary 2-pack. Let's get this picture here. It's not much of a picture, so don't get too excited. But Black Series 2-pack arriving in the U.S. They're saying it's going to be the Legends/EU or Expanded Universe era. So with that, expecting an SDCC announcement about this, because that's kind of what these events are. They kind of do the announcing of things and the knowing of things, and I guess y'all already know that. Rumor report here, and I'll probably try to get all these pictures side by side, but I don't 100% know all the characters, who's what. But Spiderlegs Maul, I know that. Agent Kolar, then Captain Von Tesek. Is that the guy that was on Flip or Flop? Tesek? Anyway, Commander Cody, Imperial, and then the R4P-17 Obi-Wan's Astromech. There's also word of at least 4 figures from the next film, Star Wars Starfighter, and it will be interesting to see how and when this plays out. Also, Anakin Skywalker, Queen Amidala, Savage Opress, and Galactic Marine. Do you like pre-ordering stuff from Walmart? Do you like getting your order canceled and then seeing an abundance of them on the shelves at Walmart? Well, you're in luck. You can execute pre-ordered 66. Is it at Walmart though? Because I thought it was supposed to be a Walmart exclusive. Walmart has opened up the pre-orders for only $40. Don't worry, it's not sold out yet. It's $40. It's not sold out yet, so you don't have to rush. I mean, I first I thought, isn't this the 2-pack that's hanging on the shelf right now? Okay. I'm not joking, but I almost wish I was. So let me know what else is going on out there that's good for you. If you have an Ollie's, you might be part of this. I don't know if Ollie's doing 15% off for people. Check your Ollie's. I think Sunday night is a deal or something, or you get a coupon in the mail or something. I think my coupon expired. I haven't found anything at Ollie's. But what other cool stuff is out there that you like that I haven't talked about? And I like to stay in the know. Like, subscribe. Tell your hanger out.